What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's hot. It's summertime. It's here. I don't know where y'all are living at, but where I am this week, it has been in the upper 90s, almost 100 every day. So it's here. Get ready to sweat, drink a lot of water. It's summertime, but hey, we're still catching bass, and I've got 6 baits, 3 shallow, 3 deep. These are my go-to baits for the summer months. Into June, July, even into August. These are my go-tos. And so I'm going to break it down. I've got, like I said, 3 shallow baits, 3 deep baits. And this will give you some ideas to go and try and hopefully catch some bass out here, even if you're sweating all day, but we're gonna still reel some in. So I'm going to start out shallow. My these are my confidence baits. Now this is what I'm always going to have on the front deck this time of the year, and I'm gonna start off with a frog, either popping frog or just traditional Walton frog. This is Power Fishing 101, 50-pound braid, heavy rod, super fun. These are both from Berkley, the Swamp Lord. Regular Walton frog and their popping frog. Incredible frog. If you have not tried it, you need to go get you some. Super soft, incredibly sharp. These are those Fusion 19 hooks on the back of them. Super sharp, super strong. I've been really impressed with both of these frogs. Stepping down, flipping and pitching this time of year can be really good, whether that's flipping docks, flipping laydowns, or actually punching through grass mats. And the go-to bait I usually start out with is the Strike King Rage Bug. This is just the standard size, the 4-inch. This color, my absolute favorite all-time color. It's the blue crawl red flake. It's incredible. This is something I'm gonna flip around bluegill beds. It's a big time of the year to see a whole bunch of bluegill beds and have them bluegill come out there and start spawning, and there's gonna be a big largemouth that follows. So this is a bait I'm gonna use to flip around that. I'm gonna flip around laydowns and actually punch with this bait as well. And I've got 2 weights to show you. I might be flipping it on something like as small as that, like a 5/16 or 1/4 ounce weight, all the way up to ounce and a half if I need to punch through some heavy cover. And using a straight shank flipping hook, a 4/0 fits this bait really well. But like I said, this is one of those baits that you can just pick up and go this time of year. Flip whatever cover you've got and just adjust your weight accordingly, and your line too. Is if, you're flipping a lighter weight, you might only need 17-pound fluorocarbon, but if you're actually punching with this bait, you might step up to 40-50-pound braid and big flipping stick and all that great stuff. The last shallow water bait I've got, and this one can kind of go, I'm saying shallow, but it can also go out there into mid and even deeper water depending on how you rig it, but it's a Neko rig, and this has been a killer for me the last couple of years, throwing a Neko rig. And been throwing this new worm from Rapala, it's their new soft plastic line. This is the Janitor. Super like really good finesse worm. It's 6 inches long, but it's got a little bit more girth to it than most smaller finesse worms. Super soft, incredibly good action, great colors. Gonna use the owner Sniper Finesse 1/0 on this Neko rig, and nail weight, put it in the head, and I'm gonna use the BMC crossover ring. Incredible setup. Like I said, this is my finesse bait for shallow water this time of year. Really can put some extra fish in the boat. Even throwing this around where you would flip the heavy bait, that you can still catch fish behind yourself or behind others. So transitioning into deeper fishing this time of year, you can't talk summertime fishing without talking about a crankbait, especially the Strike King 6XD. I believe everybody knows about this bait, but it still continues to catch them. But I've also got two others that I believe kind of fly under the radar, especially because everybody likes to go out and throw the big, super loud, super aggressive crankbaits this time of year, and it does work. But as we get further along into the summer, I usually start transitioning into a little bit more subtle, silent baits, more translucent colors, because everybody's throwing a crankbait. Those fish are seeing crankbaits every day. So one of them I throw is from Rapala, their DT line of baits. It's incredible. More subtle of a bait. It's silent, incredible colors. Anything, this is a DT 20, but just, you know, match your depth, match your crankbait to whatever depth you're throwing. And the other sneaky little deep diving crankbait I've got that I don't believe a lot of people still talk about it, but it's the Norman. The Norman will still catch them. It's been around for years. Something my dad's threw back in the day, and it continues to catch them. They've got some just solid colors, but this is one of those baits that's kind of in between the Rapala and the 6XD. It's still a little aggressive, but it's not as aggressive as that, you know, 6XD or an 8XD or something like that. But it's just one of the baits that just, I believe, not a lot of people still throw, but I definitely keep one tied on. It still smashes. Going into my second deep bait, we're going old school. It's got to be a football jig. How many of y'all still throw a football jig? Leave a comment down below if any of y'all still throw a football jig in the summertime. I do, and I still catch them. I mean, it's one of those baits that I believe a lot of people have almost forgotten about for summertime. I know a lot of guys, you know, up north and everything, when it gets cold, they'll throw a football jig, but down here, you know, in the South, a lot of people, I don't think, still throw a football jig in the summertime, and it still catches them. And it's one of those bait you can drag this bait, you can hop it. You can get aggressive, you can finesse it, you can do all kind of things with it. And this is the dirty jigs. This is actually the finesse football jig with the Yamamoto double tail grub on it. One thing I'll say is, if you're on a fishery that you know that you're going to be fishing around some 6-7 pounders and plus, go to the standard football jig from Dirty Jigs. It'll come with a little bit heavier hook than the finesse jig. But don't be scared this finesse jig, I've caught 4 and 5 pounders on it and had no issues. I just prefer the finesse jig most of the time because I can throw it on lighter line, lighter tackle, and I can kind of finesse my way around and get some bites with it. So that one, don't sleep on the football jig for your summertime fishing. The last one I've got, super old school, is the old ball and chain, the old Carolina rig. Throwing the old big cylinder style weights. We used to throw the big edge sinkers. I don't know if any of y'all still have them big edge sinkers. God almighty, they were humongous. But now, you know, I throw a tungsten cylinder weight, 3/4, 1 ounce, just depending on how deep or the current, anything like that. But tungsten cylinder weight, and then I have been playing around with the new, this is also from Rapala, this is the Hedgehog. This bait is incredible. Just super soft. All the Rapala baits are incredibly soft, but it's got just all kinds of appendages, and I love this for a Carolina rig because the slightest of movement, this bait's going to start moving down there, and just super lifelike, a whole lot of action. Not too big, but big enough still that I'm going to get a big one's attention with it. But the Carolina rig, you can't knock on the Carolina rig. It's been catching them for decades, and it still catches them. So I hope this helps y'all out. In the description, just like all my other videos, I'm going to put all of these baits on there, so you don't have to stress. It'll be right on there who makes it, size and colors. I'll have all that on there for you. So just look on the description and you'll be able to find everything I talked about. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.